if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. You don't show the aspirin over.
Meanwhile, Trump appearing stunned by Harris, claiming that the White House has done the right thing when it comes to the border. Listen.
She said, quote, "I think we did the right thing."
Wait a minute, that she's handling it correctly?
Correct.
Bombastic side eye.
She said that?
She said that. She said, quote, "I think we did the right thing."
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with
criminal offensive side
look,
eye.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
I climbed into the truck, but so I said, how the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one. This was a beauty. I said, you didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big? So I said, man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing. These stupid people, they'll say, he's cognitively and physically impaired. The first stair is like up here. I'm saying, shit. So I had the adrenaline going and I made it. I made it. And then I gave a little news conference from the front of the, they asked their wise guy questions and everything. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. And then we drove about 2 feet. I got out, got into the plane. Oh, you're very stingy with the product. Look at that. She's a good worker. You want to have, that's the kind of people you want to have work. She gave them one French fry to 30 reporters outside. We'll throw them out the window. Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me." She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily. And her mother and father are screaming, "You got it! You got it, darling. I'm so proud of my girl." Well, she couldn't do it. And then this guy comes along. He's named Alice.
This is a tough business to run for president.
I know you're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is
real tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
But Americans are not struggling. This is the worst platform. Who put this stage up here? This is the worst. The frickin' place is falling down. I notice it keeps tilting further left. Tradition holds that I'm supposed to tell a few self-deprecating jokes this evening. So here it goes. Nope, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. There's nothing to say. I guess I just don't see the point of taking shots at myself when other people have been shooting at me for a hell of a long time and they shoot.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach.
This guy goes on a beach and he lays down on one of those, 6 ounce, they weigh 6 ounces and you can't lift it. They're meant
And somebody convinced him he looks great in a bathing suit. And when you're 82, typically bathing suits aren't going to make you look great. You're not going to be enhanced. All right? It's just one of those things. I can't be sure about that, but typically you don't.
Depends what he's packing. He could.
I don't know what the hell he's packing, but I don't want to, and I don't want to know either. I don't know, but he has an ability to fall asleep while on camera. He can lie down on one of those things, and in minutes he's stone cold out.
How does he do it?
And he's got cameras because he's the president, so they have cameras on him. And then they show him sleeping on the beach.
The President of the United States, you'll get him out of bed, you'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll say, come on down to the office, let's sign a bill.
And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body. For whatever reason, the doctors told me that. And I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but they just...
Now I have worked this week. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. And I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are. The heads of NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC. There's the New York Times right over there, and the Washington Post.
We had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president.
It looks like they're just about going to be topping records, hopefully soon. Excuse me? And they'll have a full report. Secret Service, in a little while, we'll have a full report.
Are you rattled by this at all, Mr. President?
I don't know. Do I seem rattled?
Once again, the full faith and support for America's intelligence agencies. I have a full faith in our intelligence agencies. Whoops, they just turned off the light. That must be the intelligence agencies.
I said, get me my jacket. But if you did, you know, it actually makes you look thinner. I said, and they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. I may never wear a blue jacket again. I may go. China has total respect for Donald Trump and for Donald Trump's very, very large brain.
And we've opened up, whoops, there goes our box. And my hair's blowing around, and it's mine. The one thing you can't get away with, if it's not yours, you got a problem.
Let's see.
I try like hell to hide that bald spot, folks. I work harder. Pennsylvania, we love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying, I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods. But then I met Tim Walz. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I have to
I'm
weigh in.
speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Oh, the mic. Yeah, I think the mic stinks. I think it stinks. Because you know he can never find his way off a stage. You know that, right? He makes a speech that lasts for about 2.5 minutes, and then, then he always goes, you know, do you ever notice the weirdest thing? He goes, thank you. And he points. And then we went out to the helicopter, though, just prior to this, and said goodbye. And it's a custom, and the wind is blowing like crazy. And with the hat that she's wearing, she almost blew away. We almost lost off her. She was being elevated off the ground. She almost blew away.
She's horrible, so I call her comrade.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, But when you put the names together, it's a little, you got to be able to pume.
Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.
Bye, everybody.